We tend to take a deep dive into our wonderful culture and how it's shaped and still continue to develop here in South Florida. Follow along.
All right, we're going to take it from the top. When you lean forward, you're coming into my camera. Maybe you slide just an inch back. Yeah. Yeah, but don't, when you do that, you're going to block my camera. Yeah, don't steal my shine, nigga. All right. Wow. Greetings. Yeah. Greeting that part. Greetings to all my Bahamians at home and abroad, friends and descendants, spectators, and lovers of our rich culture. I am Daysu.
And I am Carlis Davis. And Daysu and I, we tend to take a deep dive into our rich culture of Nassau. Why I keep saying of Nassau, Bahamas?
I don't know. Maybe that's where you're from.
Yes. That's really the government.
Yeah. All right.
Microphone sound nice. Take 3.
Bomb. Greetings to all Bahamians at home and abroad, friends and descendants, spectators, and lovers of our rich culture. I am Daysu.
And I am Carlis Davis. Daysu and I, we tend to take a deep and wonderful dive into our rich culture of the Bahamas. We tend to...
I'm reading it off the thing. I don't know why you trying to do your shit. I don't know why you trying to do your shit from memory. And we're going to break it up after we script it. We're going to say, man, so what you saying, man? Read it, man. Read it off your thing. Yeah. All right.
Microphone nice. Take 4.
Bomb. Greetings to all Bahamians at home and abroad, friends and descendants, spectators and lovers of our rich culture. I am Daysu.
And I am Carlis Davis. Daysu and I, we tend to take a deep dive into our wonderful culture and how it's shaped and developed here in South Florida. So, Daysu.
So what you saying, man?
What you saying?
What
man?
you saying, man? What we
good?
gonna do, man? We trying to take this deep dive into the rich culture of the Bahamas here in South Florida and the impact that it had here in South Florida. We just witnesses. We like flies on the wall.
Flies on the wall,
Yeah.
definitely, yes.
So we just gonna try and bring everything. That's what this podcast is about. Junkanoo Miami is just trying to bring the culture of the Bahamas to you.
Right. And like I said earlier, we appreciate, us as Bahamians appreciate what Junkanoo is doing here in South Florida.
Yeah.
So right now we just want to take a deep dive into it, like where it started, where it begins. So I don't know, you want to ask me, I ask you, how we doing this? You want me to ask you?
As it pertains to Junkanoo?
As pertaining to Junkanoo, we keeping this Junkanoo.
Well, we could go back, man. We could go way back to Bruce Beneby, right? He used to rush for a group back in the Bahamas called the Mexicans. And the Mexicans was actually the first organized group on Bay Street that had, horn section, not horn section. They ain't had horn back then. My mistake. They had the bellers in one area. They had the drummers in the other area. The bass player. They had they had it organized. Right. More like structured on areas and costuming and stuff. They were the first. Somebody shout at me if you think I'm wrong, because this is what I read. I wasn't there, so I'm only reiterating what I've heard. So, yeah. So he came over here to South Florida in 1956, and he saw there was a need for Junkanoo. A lot of Bahamians here in South Florida. We get into that also because, 50% of all black people that was here in South Florida at that time were Bahamians and Bahamian descents, right? There was a need for, we had the food, we had the culture, we had everything Bahamian that, for the people that was living here. So one thing that was missing was Junkanoo. So he went around. He stayed over in PSU. If you know PSU, behind Charles Drew over on 17th Ave and 62nd, 61st. Yeah, that's where he stayed. So he was recruiting members from the neighborhood. He had people from his job, people from his church. He was teaching them. These were descendants of the Bahamas and also American people. He was teaching them how to play Junkanoo. He taught them how to make costumes and everything. And the number went out, and people was calling. I think his group was called Miami Junkanoo. Okay. It changed a little bit, but to Sunshine Junkanoo a little bit later. But at first it was Miami Junkanoo. And he started doing gigs around South Florida. People, Bahamians that wanted that Junkanoo feeling, that Junkanoo spirit to take them back home, he was doing parties. And, you know, he was the founder of this Junkanoo thing here in South Florida. You know,
Bruce Beneby, you said?
Bruce Beneby, man. It's the godfather.
Yeah,
his son, Patrick, is still, he got his own group, New Generation Junkanoo.
New generation?
New generation, okay. Yeah. Patrick Beneby, shout out to you. You're keeping it alive, you know. It's been a lot of his family members. We had Little John. We had Sean. We had, you know, a lot of his other siblings are still around. And, yeah, so Bruce Beneby, he got killed tragically. I think it was in early 90s. Yeah, he got hit. It was a hit and run, or tried to be a hit and run. Lady hit him on 54th right in front of, what was that Bahamian restaurant? I know some of y'all screaming at the camera right now. Right there on 14th. Yeah, 54th and like 14th. What was that?
Yeah, I think I remember that.
I want to say,
I remember that.
The name, y'all forgive me. But anyway, email it to me, Junkanoo Miami at gmail.com. Right. Yeah, but he got hit. And the lady tried to leave, and, you know, people ran the lady down and almost drug her out the car and almost did something to her. But, you know, yeah, he passed away. But he left a legacy. We had a lot of people that was in the group that went off and did their own thing. You know, we had Neely, we had Reggie, we had Langston, Gio, Ivan Ritchie. A lot of these guys played with him, but they pulled out, did their own thing after he passed away. So, yeah. That's a part of it. I mean, it could get deeper, but that's a part of it.
Right. We actually trying to keep it definitely okay. That's tragic right there to hear.
Yeah.
Right
I ain't mean to bring the podcast down, but I ain't mean to bring it down. But that's you know things happen.
Like I said, like what we doing, we just in that case, what you're doing really is just paying homage to for you know doing it because like you said, because like I was thinking, you know. How would it be done if it wasn't for people like him? You understand? So
what it would look like, right?
What it would look like.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the fact that because you know Junkanoo really developed there inside. I don't know. Hey, I'm still a kid in this. Developed there in Nassau, Bahamas.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where it started.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure my grandparents probably will tell you something different. Or say, hey, it really started down here in Abaco.
Yeah.
And we did it first. We did this here. So look, hey, y'all don't throw no rocks at me, okay?
And the crazy thing is so many different stories on how Junkanoo started and where it came from. The one I gravitate to is Junkanoo. He was an African king in the Ivory Coast of Africa, and he had an army that was huge that warred off the Portuguese and the British and the French that tried to invade, and he rose up his troops, and they pushed him out of that area. So he was looked at as a god. No. So when the black men came over here to America, and they were slaves, and they still looked to him to help them. So they actually chanted, you know, Junkanoo. They you know, kept his name in reverence, Junkanoo. So when the British, the first independent nation closest to America was the Bahamas. So the slaves that was in the Bahamas, they got to celebrate because their masters let them run free and do whatever they wanted around the Christmas holidays. So they would get together and they would have parades and they would wear costumes and they would chant this leader, Junkanoo. Through the years, it turned into Junkanoo, but that's the origin story that I've learned and I've embraced. I mean, there's many others, but
I mean, it's glad that you said that because you know, like a lot of people don't know Junkanoo actually. Yeah. It's an actual person.
It's a person.
It's not just something we just pull up out of the blue and say, hey, name Junkanoo.
Yeah.
It's an actual person. A lot of people don't know that who even in Junkanoo groups and who actually rush. They actually don't know
that part of it. So. Because, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, Junkanoo and John Canoe was celebrated in Haiti, in Jamaica, in Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, they have their own form of, you know, celebrating John Canoe. Okay. It just looks different in everywhere you go. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's a part of it.
So tell me how you, you are in a Junkanoo group down here, or you beat drums, you hit car bells?
Man, I do a little bit of everything, but I ain't pretty much. I used to be with Sunshine Junkanoo. Sunshine Junkanoo is where I was brought up, under Ivan Ritchie, and I learned the fundamentals about Junkanoo, costume making and heading drums and stuff like that, and getting the goat skin and the cow skin from the slaughterhouse and putting it over the can and doing all that nasty work and stuff. We had fun doing it, but really, Bruce Beneby was a close family member. This is a good story. Bruce Beneby was a close family member. My mom, we lived in Sugar Hill. We grew up in Sugar Hill. And Bruce Beneby had secretaries, which were my aunts. They took care of his bookkeeping and stuff like that. So after the gigs that he would have on the weekend, they would all join at my house in Sugar Hill. And I was the one going around making drinks and getting the beers and popping the beers open and mixing drinks as a little kid, 10-year-old. So I always knew the presence of Bruce in my house on the weekends, laughing and joking, the adults just having fun, and the Junkanoo members would be hanging outside on the porch and stuff like that. So I always knew of him. I didn't really know how big of a presence he had. Right. He was just, one of the guys that would hang around at the house and, laughing and joking and all that. It wasn't until later that I looked at it and saw the reverence that everybody had for him. I didn't know. But now, as I get older and see, I didn't know I was that close to greatness.
Right, wow.
I didn't know I was that close to greatness. Right. Girl, Bruce is another story I got too. Bruce used to take his group to the Bahamas every year for Bay Street. He said, "Go out on the set on Bay Street for the Christmas holidays," and. Bruce used to always have me on his knee and used to dance with me and stuff, and Junkanoo. I wasn't into Junkanoo back then, but I knew Junkanoo was just a part of the family, a part of the thing, right? So he was on Bay Street with his group, like a scrap group at that time. He took the guys from over here, and they used to play on Bay Street. Right. I remember that year. It was a guy. How they used to have it on Bay Street. It used to be like 6, 7 deep from the street. So everybody used, I was too short, too small. This one strange guy, he had me on his shoulders, right? After a while, my legs got numb and stuff, so he had to put me down. Anyway, so my mom was excited that Bruce was coming down the street. Like, oh, Bruce coming, oh, like all these people and stuff like that. And so I was like, okay, Bruce coming, but I ain't going to be able to see him. So for some reason, my mom got Bruce's attention as he's coming down Bay Street. Thousands of people on Bay Street. Like, okay, how this woman, how you going to get his attention? Bruce saw my mom in the crowd, and he parted the crowd like it was the Red Sea. Mm-hmm. We're talking tons of people, just spread it open. So now we had a nice line shot to the street. We could see Bruce and the group coming down the street. Bruce get down on his knees with his drum, playing. Walked on his knees all the way over from the middle of Bay Street, all the way over to where we was on the side of Bay Street. Wow. And I'm sitting there as a 12-year-old, 11-year-old, like mouth dropped wide open. The whole Bay Street looking like, who is this woman? He showed respect to everybody he knew. And I'm standing there like in total awe that the whole group and everything, and it's Bruce on his knees coming towards us on Bay Street. That's something that I held for the rest of my life, boy.
So that means it's more like Junkanoo really was embedded inside of you. So that's the reason why you were able to bring it from Nassau to actually continue doing it down here. Yeah. So that's just like, even like for me, for one, like me, I grew up inside Mason Edition, Nassau, Bahamas. It's like, and that's where the Saxon resides. Right. So it's like me going down there. I remember the days, man, I'm talking about Saxorama, like talking about the nights when they Junkanoo practice night. It's almost like that's the biggest thing that's happening. We wait all day for this, and we just were walking around. I never pick up a drum to learn how to beat. I mean, we all inside classroom, just beating on the desk and stuff like that. That's about it. Yeah, I hit the cowbell or something, but nothing focused on Junkanoo. But it's like the love inside that I have for Junkanoo is like, soon as Christmas night come to say, hey, go downtown on Bay Street and hear the drums starting from down that way, but it's starting from down that way. And it's like, it was just love. Yeah. It's like it's embedded in my soul. Like, It's just like you just love it.
It's just in your part of your DNA. It's just in your DNA.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like you don't actually have to beat the drum or blow the horn or dance or whatever to appreciate Junkanoo. Yeah. You understand? It's because it's like it's almost like when a song with Bob Marley say, when the music hit,
you feel no pain.
You feel no pain.
You feel no pain.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's what it is there for me. So
yeah, I like that. So even though you didn't see, the thing is, you didn't pick up an instrument, correct, but Junkanoo is still a deep-rooted part of your culture and a part of your essence. It's just like, these kids today, they got that rap music and they listen to it and it's a part of their culture, Right. So Junkanoo is the same thing with us, and that's what makes us different than, the American side. And that's what I don't want to see the Bahamian descents here in South Florida lose. Yeah. That part of our culture it's there, and we just have to keep reminding each other, who you are, right, where you come from, what's your lineage, because the blood, sweat, and tears that went into a lot of the things that we study and we learn and that we know, it's not to just been given away. You know what I'm saying? We just can't take it lightly. Mm-hmm. So that's a part of Junkanoo Miami.
So what do you think about the groups that's down here in South Florida still beating the drums or carrying on the legacy of Junkanoo? Mm-hmm. Is it multiple ones that you jump to one to another, or you maintain with one?
Honestly, right now, I don't play with any group. I mean, if any group asks me to play with them, I'll play with them. But the thing is, they have their members. They have their guys that they pick and choose. I'm more of like a liaison between the groups. My phone ring for Junkanoo Miami. So I give numbers out to different groups so they could get the gig, because I'm not a group leader. I pass their numbers on to other people so they could have participation. As far as, I don't want nobody's phone to be dead. I want everybody to get that call. I want everybody to get, what they need. Just like, people need Junkanoo. Here's a number. Right, call them up. They'll do you right. There's many different groups here in South Florida. I mean, so people could get what they need.
Right. Exactly. And I see that that you have Junkanoo Miami. Shout out to Junkanoo Miami. Follow the page on Instagram.
On Instagram, so Junkanoo Miami.
Let's follow the page, because we want to take what we intend to do. We want to take this page and take Junkanoo further for people that's coming into Miami, South Florida. Let me just stop calling them Miami, because we got Fort Lauderdale, who's our friends and family right there. West Palm Beach,
right up the road.
Down in Kendall, Key West and everybody, down here, South Florida. You understand? So people that want to come into Miami to do any type of event for the Bahamas, pertaining to Bahamians and whatever we doing, y'all got your food y'all selling, y'all conch salad, y'all conch fritters, not conch balls, okay?
Yeah, conch fritters. Make them flat.
No, we want conch.
Make fritters flat again. I'm going to get me a red hat.
Right. All right, so definitely reach out, show some love for me, comment, share.
Yeah. Right. Comment anything that you think we could do to further this channel, this page. Input. Yeah.
I mean,
if you want to sit down here with us, you want to chop it up, talk about your business, talk about your experience here in South Florida, what you've done, what do you intend to do. We're a line of something that you could use to get exposure.
Right. Speaking of business, I have a shipping company. If you ever want stuff, anything shipped to the Bahamas, Nassau, just contact them. Show an inbox. And
well, you see these shoulders, you see these muscles. He carried over there. He carried over there on his shoulder, on his back. He'll swim it over.
Definitely.
He will rent a boat and take it right directly to
bring
you.
it directly from door to door.
Door to door.
If you need anything shipped to the Bahamas, just hit me up, man. Okay.
Yeah, what's the name of the company?
Prestigic Shipping.
Prestigic. Yeah, we gonna put that in the comments also, so you can know. Yeah.
And how to reach out. Definitely show you.
Yeah,
right.
man. So the Bahamians over here doing some things, man. Doing a lot of big business.
A lot of things, and I've seen it.
Well, so yeah, but I see you. You got a work ethic. You need to tell me about your work ethic, right? Because you're a fitness guru, right? You work out religiously. You eat right. You don't drink that much. No, nope.
I don't drink at all.
You don't drink at all.
No drinking, no smoking. So definitely, yes.
Yeah, but I need to know what got you there, right? What got you to that point? I mean, where did this journey of fitness and fitness education start?
Fitness for me, to be honest with you, it come from a really say LL Cool J back in the days. When I saw LL Cool J back in the days when he got fit, and I was like, I want that.
That wasn't that long ago, was it?
When was that? A long time ago.
Well, see, your long time ago and my long time ago.
Two different long time ago.
So we talking what, mid-90s or so? Because I remember LL I Need Love was skinny. He was.
We talking about after all of that. We talking about
Walking with a Panther.
We talking about 2005, 2000.
Oh, that late?
Yeah, that's when he first got into his fitness and got in his fitness journey.
Okay.
And it's like, hey, I didn't. Some people look at people and hate on them. Instead of hating on them, I say I want that.
Okay.
So it's like I just started focusing on working out.
Yeah.
Waking up every morning. Started on push-ups. So everybody should start with push-ups because that's the beginning of all workouts. Actually, for us men growing up in anywhere, like in football, inside high school.
Right.
That's what coaches always have us on, doing the football squats and whatever.
Okay.
So it's like having that memory of knowing how to do things like that. And I just started it and just never stopped. I just loved it. Ever since.
So you were skin and bones before that?
Yes, we talking about 150. I was struggling to get to 165. Yeah, it was a struggle.
Okay. Wow, 150.
So it was like when I got onto that journey.
And even then, but I'm saying, even then, you didn't drink. You wasn't unhealthy. You wasn't going crazy. You was doing fast food and all that still, or no?
Yes, I would say it definitely was still doing the fast food because McDonald's back then was. Yeah. That's when they had the 33-cent McChicken.
The 2-for-1 burgers too.
3-for-1 burgers and stuff like that was on that. So but what I do tentatively, I stay away from pork.
Okay.
Stay away from beef.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, now that's when I first started. I was on the path of staying away from certain things. But nowadays, it's almost like nothing is healthy right now. It's almost like even chicken. They say, fish. Fish is being reproduced.
You gotta, Yeah, you got to be skeptical about everything right now.
Skeptical about everything now. Even our fruits right now, you can't depend on that. Yeah. They eat a lot of vegetables, eat a lot of fruits, strawberries or whatever.
Yeah.
But do the best that you can and have a relationship with the Most High. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Have a relationship with the Most High and let Him guide your path.
But I trust me. I pray to the Lord and keep this processed food off my plate.
Yeah.
It's hard.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Sometimes
it's like they cut down all our trees out of the yard, our orange trees and
the citrus
trees.
Yeah, I remember that.
Put it in the store and sell it back to you.
That part.
You understand?
That part.
It's like,
but what I'm saying though, I mean, okay, you LL Cool J.
Correct. Yeah.
I see a lot of fit cats out there. I see, a lot, especially people I idolize and stuff like that. But it never hit me in the head and say, "Yo, I want to do that." Yeah. It seemed like it had to be a bigger switch than just LL Cool J and saying you want to, I don't know. It just seemed like, because I have admiration for people, but that just seems so easy.
Right. I would say that's the beginning.
Okay.
Because afterwards it started developing into one thing because every day we develop as human beings.
Right.
I'm not the same man I was 5 years ago. I'm not the same man I was 10 years ago. So
True.
Even 20 years ago, my belief and ideology changed from all the certain things.
Okay.
So it's like,
how do you keep it going, though? Okay, say you start, today, Tuesday, boom, I'm going to start on my fitness journey. I'm going to do push-ups and this and that. But you fall off.
You can't. The thing about it, I created a mental state about myself, about not even say about myself. I created this thing in a point where I'm going to do this no matter what.
Okay.
I'm going to do this if I'm sick. I'm going to do this if I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm going to do it because the only way you're going to get this results that you want, you got to do it when you don't want to do it.
Right.
That's what you call consistency. That's what you call, and I don't move off motivation. I move off of, what the other word is, not consistency, is
determination?
but dedication.
Yeah. To be dedicated to it, to do it.
More dedicated
but
to
so
it's more like I do it in spite of.
In spite of.
Like I hear even Tyson say, you do something that you don't want to do, but do it like you really love it.
Yeah, you do it like you really love it. Yeah.
And that for me is that's dedication.
That's dedication.
All the way
that keeps
through.
You going. But the thing, but
I
you wasn't.
And then growing up too, I grew up kind of timid in the manner of bigger dudes who may even be able to grab you and push you around.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So those certain things motivate me. I'm always trying to be better than everything else.
So this is a payback.
This is
thing.
like payback. So
so you want to go find them dudes now?
No, nobody ever did it to me, but it's like I always thought of myself inside a fight. If I'm inside walking to the movies with my girlfriend or something that, and this big dude around the who's only 180.
Yeah, you don't want to be taking advantage. Yeah, that part.
He say something, I'm trying to keep my head straight or whatever, but now it builds a certain confidence with me when I started working out. It's like certain things just don't bother me no more.
Okay.
Because even on that case, because I learned to become a dangerous man.
Yeah.
Because after that, working out is one part of it. Then I learned to box. And then I learned martial arts.
Right.
And it's like the more I learn how to fight and become more dangerous, the more I don't want to fight.
That part.
And as long as it's like I said, it's more like a spiritual relationship that I have with God. Because there's certain people who even might want to fight, but my relationship and that they get reflecting the God inside of me, I don't think that's the person you want to fight.
Right.
That person who want to fight me
right.
could look and see the God in me say, not him.
Yeah. And then they can see that, okay, let me not do this because, you ain't pushing the issue.
I'm not going to push
Like they say, barking dogs don't bite.
Correct.
Barking dogs don't bite. But you get the guys out in the street that's screaming and yelling and trying to start some things like you could see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I would, like me personally, I'd tell the person that 1, 2, 3, 6 guys, I don't care who it is, how much it is. It's like, I don't know what y'all have in your mind, but I can promise you it's not going to go down the way you think it's going to go down.
Yeah.
It's going to be
it's going to be a
whatever
different.
you have inside your head, it's not going to go that way. I promise you that.
But that sense of confidence, though, right there.
Yes.
People, if a person is paying attention, they know.
Correct.
Okay, no, don't fuck with him.
So now it's just me walking with confidence now. So it's like, and the more I walk with confidence, but I'll never put my guard down. I'm always on alert. So
okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can see the fact of, someone that who you should deal with and who you should not deal with, or how you should deal with certain people. Because there's a lot of idiots out there, and they would approach you in this. But you having that aura, that sense about yourself, that alone would stop people in their tracks and say, okay, let me move correctly around this individual.
And the one part I would tell people, the first part of fighting or self-defense, walk away.
That part.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, it's not going to end up the way you want it.
Yeah.
So somebody could actually walk to me to cuss me out and tell me anything about me, fight, hit, not hit, but they could say what they want to say to me. I'm able to walk away confidently. I don't even care what people think about. So those certain things, don't even think, whatever you say, whatever, I could walk
because
away from that.
you know your potential.
I know my
so
potential.
Pretty much when you walk away, in your mind it's like, I just saved his life.
Exactly.
Let me walk away. Let me save his life. Let me walk away.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want that on my hand. I don't want that on my hand. I don't want that on my
I could
shoulders,
imagine, because you could imagine yourself blacking out.
I could imagine. Yes.
Yeah.
So
they can't imagine it, but you could imagine yourself blacking out. So, wow.
So it's like the more you get more dangerous, the more humble you become. Because I'm the most humblest person if you see me at any place or anywhere.
Right.
people could always think of me as soft or whatever. I'm all
Yeah.
right with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Cool with
Yeah.
that. I'm that guy. Like,
Yeah.
I take that.
Wow.
But, you know.
That's something to really think about because you see people out there, it's their fear that's causing them to get loud, to get all to react and be foolish and carrying guns and all this and that. Is their fear. Yeah, but the more humbler person is, you just have to be careful how you move around them because.
And I guess for the tragedy and certain things that I went through and been through and I experienced over a lifetime or whatever. Yeah. I had a lot of friends that passed away, a lot of people that died, a lot of people that died that could have still been here today if they'd have made one right decision. Yeah. And, it's like, and I never wanted to fall victim to them type of stuff. Yeah.
I get that because I think what I lack in physicality, I don't know martial arts and I don't know, all the different moves and my fighting game would probably be a good 30 seconds. If you get what you get in 30 seconds, but what I do have is the ability to verbalize and to conversate and to break things down in a conversation and let you know exactly. So if someone is, aggressive towards me, I could keep my cool, keep my calm, and we could talk about it. Let me holler at you. Let's talk this out. Because wherever you feel I did you wrong, you are totally misguided. Because it's never my intention to do anybody wrong or to come off. So the gift of gab to be able to conversate with someone and to be able to break them down and let them understand where it is I'm coming from, I think that's where I excel.
Correct, right.
To be able to verbalize and because really, I see people get upset and they don't know how to explain the situation. And that caused them to actually get in deeper trouble and because they just get mad because they don't know how to verbalize it. Right, and then you get angry.
Right, and that's the thing right now that I talk about too I tell some of my friends them and stuff like that. One of the biggest things you could actually do is like work on self. Mm-hmm. Work on everything about self and stop looking in the mirror and looking at a perfect person. You know that you're broken. Yeah. So understand that you're a broken person. Work on those broken parts, man. And you know that you cannot speak properly. Even like right now, what I'm doing right now, trying to speak on this mic right now and trying to be politically correct at all times. Right. That's a challenge for me. But hey, I'm out here and I'm trying and I'm doing it.
And you know what? You get better at it and you'll be surprised even if we just cut all these cameras off and just do this on GP, I mean, we do this every week and do this twice a week. You'd be surprised where we're going to be at in 6 months.
Correct.
As far as being able to verbalize and conversate and think quick and be able to explain yourself better.
Right, exactly. And being around a like-minded person like yourself,
Yeah.
Like I said, even for you, man, from you and I connected 15, 20 years
Yeah, man. It's been off and running.
Able to grow.
Yeah.
Quiet on the set. Again.
Man wanted. They were one tied and one tied. Yeah, man. But, well, okay. So y'all got a little insight into what it is that we do and who we are in first edition.
Yes. On top of that, another business that I do, I'm a personal trainer too. So if anybody wants personal training, I do that also. So if you need that, I train kickboxing. I could teach you how to bring a man to his knees. You understand? So I'm not talking to this. I believe, I know, I do this.
He do this. Yeah, he one of them ones.
I'm him. You understand?
He's him. Yeah. So you come to them or they?
Actually,
how you doing?
What I'm in process of doing is trying to develop a kickboxing area. Thinking of doing it at the park because I got the bags and everything. So
okay.
And up at the park on a Saturday morning, maybe 9 o'clock for 1 hour, just doing a lot of learning how to throw those kicks and teaching you how to box.
Okay.
So
8 to 80. I mean, what's the age range? Men, women, children.
Men, women, children. It depends on how I get it started because I'm just coming out the gate. Yeah. To see how if I'm gonna just put from intermediate to advanced version.
Okay.
So that's what we start with.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Well, you plug in your business. Also, I'm a photographer. Daysu Photography. Those that don't know, Now you know.
Right.
Look me up.
Trust me, I'm talking about the top photography here in South Florida, man.
Yeah.
Look the guy up.
Yeah, Daysu, Daysu. Google me, you'll find me. I got everything going. So yeah, man. So we losing lights. So we gonna. We even lost another one. Yeah, so we're gonna have to keep them on charge. But this first edition, Junkanoo Miami, we're gonna keep it going. Y'all look out for it. And anything else you want to input, or?
I mean, that's it, man. Hey, y'all take care of each other. Each one teach one.
Yeah, we
I
take care of each
you guys
other.
understand that. Each one teach one. Stop hiding your business from somebody else. Help somebody else become great.
That part.
Even if they make it there first, it's okay. Let them make it there first.
Yeah.
If they got the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Each one teach one. Help somebody be great.
Yeah,
because
if they made it, they'll bring you along, and you got the blueprint now. You could do it your way. Yeah. All right. Well, that's out. Respect.